the manhole cover rattled. A city worker, he swore he saw something with scales, just slip beneath the murky black water.
They told him it was just a rat. I mean, of course they did. In a city of millions, it's always just a rat. It's a nice, convenient explanation for things that, well, things that just don't fit. But the thing is, he said it had teeth. Teeth way too sharp for a rat. It was just a glimpse of something primal, something that really didn't belong down there in the cold, dark veins of the city. And what he saw, or what he thought he saw, feeds right into one of the most enduring and unsettling tales to ever crawl out of New York City, the urban legend of the sewer alligators. Now, to really get this story, you have to picture what's lying just beneath the city's concrete skin. It's a whole other world down there, a labyrinth of pipes and tunnels, an unseen place that echoes with its own stories, its own secrets. And look, this isn't some new fear. This is a story that's been whispered for nearly 100 years. It's a true legend that's been passed down, getting a little bigger, a little different with each retelling, until it's just burned itself into the city's identity. The timeline for this is fascinating. It just ignites with a bang back in 1935 when these sensational reports start hitting the papers. By 1937, the city officially tries to shut the whole thing down, declaring the sewers gator-free. But you just can't kill a good story. And by the 50s, it's back, bigger and way more terrifying than before. And this right here is why it really took hold. We're not talking about just gossip. This was a front-page headline in the New York Times. Can you even imagine the frenzy? Alligator found in uptown sewer. The paper of record basically gave the legend a stamp of legitimacy, and the whole city just went wild with this mix of terror and total fascination. So the city's official reaction? Oh, it was swift and super dramatic. Sewer Commissioner Teddy May, he couldn't just ignore it. He launched a full-on extermination campaign. I mean, they used poison bait, they had armed hunters waiting in the main tunnels, and you know what they found? Absolutely nothing. But in a really strange way, the official hunt almost made the story feel even more real. I mean, if they're hunting for it, it must be down there, right? So after those first sightings kind of faded away, the legend didn't die. No, it was reborn. It came back with a new, and honestly, a much more plausible sounding origin story, one that connects the cold, dark sewers of New York to the sunny, swampy shores of Florida. And this is the classic tale, the one you've probably heard. Picture it, a family's on vacation. They buy a cute little baby alligator as a souvenir. They bring it all the way back to their apartment in the city. But that cute little pet starts to grow, and its appetite gets bigger and its teeth get sharper. And one day, the family makes a pretty fateful decision. They flush it. And the story goes that these discarded pets didn't just survive, they thrived, feasting on rats and city waste, growing to monstrous sizes down in the total darkness. It's a fantastic story. I mean, it's terrifying, but it's fantastic. Okay, but now we have to pivot from the legend to the science, from the myth to the cold, hard, biological truth of it all. And this is where the myth just smacks right into reality. The legend paints this picture of these huge, thriving predators, but biology tells a completely different story. See, alligators are cold-blooded reptiles. They don't make their own body heat. They need the sun to warm up, to get active. And New York City sewers are a lot of things, but a sunny tropical paradise, they are not. Without heat, an alligator's body goes into this state called torpor. You can think of it like a deep, forced hibernation. Their metabolism just grinds to a halt. All their bodily functions nearly stop. And while they can survive like this for a little while, it's a survival mode, not a living one. Eventually, without the sun's energy, they would just die. The sewer isn't a habitat, it's a cold grave. Oh, and what about that creepy detail of them being albino from living in the dark? Yeah, well, that's just not how biology works at all. Albinism is a rare genetic mutation, something an animal is born with. Living in the dark doesn't bleach your skin, it probably just makes you cranky. So scientifically, the case is pretty much closed. But hold on. Just because the great New York legend is a myth, doesn't mean the sewers are empty. And it definitely doesn't mean the core idea of the story is completely wrong. And this is the twist that makes this whole thing so incredible. The New York story might be false, but the concept is real. Alligators absolutely use sewer systems, just somewhere else. So get this. A recent study from the University of Florida revealed something absolutely shocking.
Researchers put cameras down into the stormwater sewers of Gainesville and discovered a whole thriving ecosystem right under their feet. And not just rats and insects, we're talking 35 different animal species.
And yes, you guessed it, among them were alligators. The researchers recorded 50 separate alligator sightings. They actually used the sewer pipes as a kind of underground highway, moving between ponds, even hunting for fish. So the legend that feels so perfectly New York is actually just a regular Tuesday in Florida. So that brings us back to the big question, right? If we know it's not true in New York, and we know it is true in Florida, why does this specific story refuse to die in the Big Apple? Why does it have such a powerful grip on the city's imagination? It's because it's become so much more than a story. It's part of the city's identity now. New York literally celebrates Alligator in the Sewer Day. There's a massive bronze sculpture in Union Square of a gator on a manhole cover. The legend has become a symbol of this untamed wildness that New Yorkers believe exists just beneath the surface of their orderly streets. It's a reminder that their city is a place where anything can happen. So yeah, the science says there are no alligators down there. But the legend asks a much more unsettling question. It taps into that primal fear of the unknown, of what might be lurking just out of sight. It leaves you wondering. After all, if the city never sleeps, what's moving beneath it while you do?